Welcome to episode number 57 of the Crime Scene Time Machine. And as always, I'm your host, Scott Roeder. Coming soon, UFOTipline.com. Coming soon, UFOTipline.com. And now, let's start the show.
Like green, gray.
Just focus on your own pad and try from your memory to draw a picture of the creature that you saw. This is what you drew, and describe this. What is this? And what are these?
These are, they look like ears, but they have they look like antenna, like light.
And large eyes?
Large eyes, a lot of teeth.
No nose?
No nose, no.
Describe this if you can.
This is what I saw. The light was beside him.
Yeah.
I tried to make the skin color. The skin tone had. One of the legs, they look bent.
And welcome to episode 57 of the Crime Scene Time Machine. I'm your host, Scott Roeder, and always, I love you, planet Earth. Today's a real special day. We had a tremendous podcast interview with Will Potter, Mr. Football, Barstool Sports. So we're really excited about that. And to add on to that, and as I promised to Barstool Sports and to Dave Portnoy and to Billy Football, but most importantly, I promised to Miss Peaches that I would release new evidence just for you at Barstool Sports. I dedicate this episode to my daughter, Michaela. Love you. And now, let's start the show with a re-examination of the Las Vegas alien backyard encounter from April 30th, 2023. Okay, so it's extremely important to follow the directions that the witnesses are giving you. And at the very beginning of this video, from the first 5 seconds or so, the mother, Contra, is saying, hey, look, it's in or it's next to the forklift. And then Angel and the father both point to it. So let's take a look at what they're looking at.
Tava forklift.
So now I've slowed it down to about 10% because the father points very specifically at something. So once we identify where he's pointing at, let's then zoom in when we have an actual view. Okay, so they're still talking about the forklift and it's by the forklift. Okay, so this is a still frame right at the beginning when the father is pointing, okay? So if we go back like right to, so the father's pointing, right? And then I pause it and I zoom in. And let's take a look. Once I get to the right zoom point, right here, look at this. Is that a face there? Right there? Right there, is that a guy? Is this a guy? How about this? Is that a face back there? And then as the camera pans to the left, you see Angel is pointing toward the other side of the forklift. And the father is pointing more toward the front. But Angel points more toward the back. And now I think it's important to replay what Angel said these beings looked like and what it did to him.
I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Like the same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind, I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird looking feet and a big face, and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving. He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I could start moving again.
Now, I think it's important here to look at what's in the tractor, and it's extremely compelling. So if we look at right here, these two guys here, there's one here and there's one there facing this direction. So let's play it in real time. Let's see what we see.
Yeah.
Right here, there's one guy there, one guy there. They're both right there. And I've stabilized it. That's why we have the square over it. So this is video stabilization. And we see them both right here looking that direction. Sitting in the tractor. There they are. Right there. We got them, baby. We got them. It's over. They're right there. And there's other stuff in this video too. This is just the beginning, folks. This is just the beginning. Let's get back to the rest of Angel's 911 phone call.
And I start running towards the house. That's when I call 911, and here's a 911 call. There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
Okay.
Like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the police to come, and you could hear footsteps in the backyard area, and a loud whispering, like you could hear whisperings. We were in the living room area. You could hear footsteps on the roof. So we waited a little bit for the police. When they arrived, they told me I told them what I saw, and they were kind of freaked out.
What did you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or?
They see like a big. That's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe it. So they went in the backyard, and one of the officers pointed at the floor. Keep in mind, 2 officers came in my house, and one of them started running to his car, driving around the neighborhood, asking passing cars if they saw light.
This might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
Goosebumps and freaking out. He started investigating that. He told me his partner, she saw a light falling from the sky. He told me he believes me because her partner reported that she saw the same light as me. Now we're walking the front yard. Then the other officer came here.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So, moments before they left, one of the officers told me, if I see the thing again, to don't call him, just shoot him. And you can hear in the video. Here's the video.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So they left, and we went inside the house, and we started praying. As we're praying, you can hear a loud human-like scream in the backyard. This is what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I hope you guys kind of understand what happened to me. I know it's hard to believe, but I saw what I saw. And it's...
So there he is again. Right there. Okay, so we're back to full screen. But look at that right there. Okay? I think this is what Angel's talking about when he says big eyes, lights on the side of his head. I think that's it, bro. This is for Billy Football over there at Barstool Sports. We're going to release this just for you, Billy. And by the way, I think they heard what we were talking about, and they dropped all the charges against Scotty Scheffler. That wouldn't be the first time when a prosecutor saw that I was involved on a case that they just dropped the charges. That happened to me one time down in Florida on a domestic abuse case. I was authenticating a video of an alleged wife beating. But what happened was the woman had sped it up to like 500%. So it looks like he was slamming on the ground. And if you played it back at like 100%, like at normal speed, she was being gently rested on the ground. So anyway, wouldn't be the first time prosecutors chickened out because they knew I was on the case. So maybe they were listening to us. But anyway, back to Las Vegas aliens right here, brother. I think this is the alien, the ET or whatever the hell it is, that scared the family. So I think we got them. So back to full screen. So they see, remember, so this is the whole still frame. This thing right here that we've been looking at is a zoom in of this. So if I take this and I put the mouse right here, we're zoomed in right to there. Okay? So, and watch the direction that they're walking and their reaction. So let's see if we can track if this guy right here with the light on the side of his head and big eyes is the one that actually moves from right to left on the screen and scares this poor family. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so they're going in. Okay. Right there. I think this might be a good spot to pause it. So let's split the clip and add a freeze frame. Did we do it? Let's make that freeze frame. Is that the freeze frame? Oh, add the freeze frame. There it is. Okay. And then there's the add the freeze. Let's make it 20 seconds. That should give us enough time to analyze it and see what's in there. Okay. So we're here. Let's go ahead and zoom in, crop it. It's focusing right here because this is where all the action's happening. Actually, right to here because this is where the alien pops up over on this side. So maybe we'll look at this view here. So let's go frame by frame. So this is 20. So this is still frame. Let's put a filter on it, see if we can see anything. That duo filter actually helped last time. Not necessarily this time. Just go back to the original. Try to enhance it. Make it a little bit lighter. So where is that forklift again? So it was right here. So let's zoom into there, see if we can see anything there. Okay. Okay, what we got? Bam. Come on, go. 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 There. Okay. I think, is this it here? Or maybe it's over this way. See, that's a problem when you zoom in on these videos. It gets really, you start losing your perspective and you really have to take your time. Alright. So we're still in that freeze frame. He's moving in this direction here. He's looking over here. He's looking down, trying to get his gun out. The alien has not come over the fence yet. And we don't see anything behind the slits. And now, okay, so she said, Poppy, right? This is where all the action is. So this is where I'm going to put I'm going to add a marker there. Because I don't want to lose that spot. This is a really important spot. So we're here on the video. Let's zoom in again. Let's see what we can do. We got to keep the top of the fence in perspective over here because this is where we know one shows up. Okay. Okay. So there we got our alien here, right? We got this guy right there. And let's see if he's fully realized. Okay. So we see this guy over here, right? Is it possible that this is the guy that was in the forklift? Because remember, this was the back of the forklift right here, because we had this top railing, and the guy that we thought was in there was like right, I think right in there. So let's see if he's still there. Now that we have our bearings as to what we're looking at. See, we're going to forget about the guy over the fence for a second. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, there he is. This was a guy right here. So let's see if we can track this guy. Okay, he's gone. He's gone from there. Unless he comes back. Is that him back there again? Is that he? Is that? Oh, there he is. He's still there. Okay, but then we see this distortion going on. Oh, now we see him here. But is he still there? What is that? Is that another face? But we see this guy. Okay, here's what's action. Okay. So right here, we see the guys in, we see his face again, right here. But then, let's go back. Oh, see, we see him really good there. Right by where my mouse is. That's his head. And we're going to reverse. So let's go back. This is frame by frame. So this is 30 frames per second, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he's still there. 8, 9, 10, he's still there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Uh-oh, now we see something here. 14, 13, that's not there. 12, 11, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now they block them over so we can't see them there. So that's 25 frames on a second that we're seeing all that movement. See, look at that. Okay. So I think now it's time to back up a little bit. And I think we can say, okay, we're on a freeze frame now. Let's just go forward. See, it takes time. You got to really work at it. Okay, so I think we have a guy there. We're going to focus back in. Now, I feel like he's gone now. And now we see something here.
It's 14 hours.
Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now we see this. We see it on 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Now let's play it. Okay. So that's what we have to work with, folks. Okay. So let's go back. And so we were tracking that movement back there. I think we've been able to identify that the little guy in the trailer is right there. It's this guy here. Okay. So let's get it out of this view for a second. Let's go back to kind of a more full traditional crop view so we can get our guy in the fence. Okay, so we're back to here. Play it real time.
Pussy.
Boom. Got him.
Now, I would like to point out that I could be wrong in that the image of the guy with the light to the side of his head, that could be part of the tractor. However, we're trying to track where this being number one is coming from, the one in the background that scares the family. And that part is open to interpretation. And we have been taking some viewer submissions. Some people have found some really interesting anomalies. We're going to show those coming up here next, and I hope you enjoy that as well. But the one thing I want everybody to remember is that this video is authentic, and it's over, baby. It's over. And now, viewer submissions.
Well, what did we learn from the podcast today? Well, we've learned now that we have 2 new videos showing 2 objects coming down instead of 1. That's pretty interesting. We have identified the 2 beings sitting in the tractor facing dad away, trying to be invisible, but we got you. And then we've got a better close-up of Tango number 1 before he starts moving. That scares the family at the beginning. And then to recap of what we had before, we had both beings, Tango 1 and Tango 2, moving at the same time. We were able to identify Tango number 1 moving for 25 frames out of a 30 frame second. And we've been able to identify Tango 2 above the fence of moving 25 frames out of a 30 frame second. So there you have it. That's what we got. And I've been your host, Scott Roeder. Thanks for watching Crime Scene Time Machine. Until next time.